Okay, so welcome to the video. We're glad to have you here. This is the website builder, the demo that you're going to be taking out into the field with you. So this is the website as it looks. They're nice, professional looking websites at a low cost. So when you walk into a business, hello, my name is. We specialize in websites for small business, low cost professional websites. Do you have a website for your business? What you're looking to do is compare what they currently have to what you see here. And ultimately what you want to do is bring them to one of our websites, or if they ask specific questions, bring them right into your demo site. So this is your demo site right here. And right here is where you're going to do a majority of your learning of exactly what you're offering, how to build a website, how a website could be built for you, what can you add to the website, what can't you add, how can you put this website for good use to a small business owner, and ultimately how you can just start them on a free trial of something that may be a little bit better for their business. So when you have this into your hand and this is your free demo site, and you want to walk somebody in, first things first is to show them the website, but more importantly you want to show them how easy it is to make changes. And for a small business owner, this is not their specialty. They for the most part, they're not going to know how to make any changes to a website, and honestly they're going to expect a lot of money to have a website built for them. So what you want to do is break down that defense and show them how easy it is to have their own website, the user-friendly nature of the website that you're offering. So when you come into this website, the first things first is to log into the website so you can begin to make changes. And the login button is in the bottom right-hand corner of every single one of our websites that provide the login button. Now, you can hide that button. If the small business owner wants to hide that login button, they can. They're one click away from doing so. But for the most part, a majority of our sites, it really doesn't matter. If nobody has your login, they're not going to be able to get in. So you scroll down to the right hand corner of this website, and what you're going to see in the footer right here, this green portion of the website is called the footer. You're going to see login. You click the login button and it's going to request the password. Type in the password and select login. Now you're in the edit mode of the website. And first things first, if they are not set up for if they haven't gone through all these steps, this is going to come up every single time until they complete each and every step. So it's a nice starter. It's nice to get them going. Now, if we cancel out of that, at any time do you need an individual assistance, there's going to be live chat. So the live chat is going to appear on the top of the corner as well. So it's really geared at helping them take control over their own website so they can create what they want in a website. They don't need to tell somebody else what they want and they create it for them and then they're stuck with what they get. So you really want to get that message across that you have full freedom. The small business owner has full freedom to take charge over their own website. It's amazing at some of the stories that I've seen or heard out in the field of small business owners who have zero control over their website. There's misspellings, misrepresentations, maybe things have changed over time, and over the course of the last 4 years the website really wasn't working for them. So our website builder is nice, user-friendly, they take full control, and it has all the bells and whistles that they could possibly imagine or use for their business. It's already built in. So when they receive the phone calls of one individual trying to pitch one online product, there's a high probability that they already have it with our website builder. So first things first is getting started. Clicking getting started and going through each step of getting started over here on the right hand side of the control bar. This is the control bar right here. So the top part is the website portion of the control bar. That is getting started, layouts, that's the black background you see here, that's the white foreground here. This is one side of this is the sidebar right here, this is the main area right here, and this is the menu bar, and then I showed you below was the footer. Very basic information, but if you look at it from a customer's perspective, when I come to your website, I want to know how to navigate your website. And every single one of our websites, there's really no guesswork in how to navigate that website. It's all built right into it. So the layout in itself right here, you click here and you have multiple layout options. So here are 6 different layouts that they can choose with a few clicks of the button, and then there are pages upon pages of 6. There are 56 pages of 6 different layouts that they can choose. Now they can also filter the search. Recommended for the industry, flexible layouts, giving them more options, design and colors, fonts, backgrounds. They can choose different colors, different styles, different images, and then the navigation, where they want the navigation, so they can really narrow down what type of layout that they want to look at. Likewise, with 56 pages, or this just increased to 84, with all of these pages that you have, it's kind of hard to just browse through each and every one, and then if you remember one that was on page 5 and here you are on page 39, it gets hard to navigate back and forth. But what you can do is come down here and just say add the favorites, added. I may like that one, add the favorites. Let's come over here, let's add this one to favorites. And then what you do is come up here to favorites, and all of the themes that were selected are going to be in the favorites, so you can kind of narrow down which theme you want to select. So and then the history. Now I haven't had this website too long. Each theme that you've chose in the history will be listed here as well. So every time you choose a theme, it'll be thrown in here just so you can go back to that particular theme. So once upon a time I had this, I can select it, and then select it, it will take me right back to that theme. Or I can do it from the favorites, or I can do it from the general layouts. Now for the very advanced individuals that know HTML code and CSS, there are ways in which you can manipulate what you see here and highly customize this website builder. Now when you're in the sales field and you're speaking with somebody, you're not going to go into this, but when someone asks, can you do this? Yes, I've seen it, it can be done. You got to get on the phone with one of my site designers. They're the ones who know how to do everything, and they're the ones that know how to come in here and make changes in a way that can highly customize a website for the customer. So whenever you come up against that objection, you are able to do it. But me personally, it doesn't affect my sales. If I knew how to do this myself, it's not going to make one more sale for me. So it really is the only thing that's really going to help you in the sales is telling them, yes, I've seen it, it can be done. That's why we offer the free trial. Give it a shot, see what they can do for you. So that's layout, multiple different layouts. Now the style is the actual coloring in the background, the menu bar, the background here, the background of the sidebar. Click style, and what you're going to see here is a few color options here. And even if you had a logo, sometimes it'll grab the color of the logo. Now what you can do here is customize it. So if I wanted to just select that, it will change the color scheme. If I wanted to select that, it changes the color scheme. Select that, it changes the color scheme. So what I can do is also customize the color scheme. So if I wanted the background to be orange, if I wanted the navigation to be green, if I wanted the footer to be black, if I wanted the sidebar to be red, and then the main content page to be black. You can really customize this to make this website into anything that you want, any colors, change the colors whenever you wish. Now if you hit save, it goes live. If you hit cancel, it just goes back to where you had it. And so it's real flexible in that respect. Now not all themes are alike, not all themes are going to have this type of flexibility, but when you go into the layout screen with this particular style, this blue box that you see in the upper right hand corner, that means that's the type of style that you have with it. Now if you go back to the end of the screen, you don't see that blue box in the upper right hand corner. They have different theme options that you can use. What I highly recommend is going in there, going into style and playing around with it and seeing if you like what you see. If you do, you pick that theme, or the business owner will choose that theme, because you can really customize everything, or go to the other one and it customizes the way it is. Now if the customer is not able to customize it exactly the way they want, they hop on the phone with site support, they hop on the phone with customer service and tell them about it, and they will be able to customize it the way they want. If I wanted a background image and this theme didn't offer that background image, they can take care of that for your customer. So keep that in mind when you're selling somebody a website with this capability. You got to make sure they understand that they have that capability. They get a lot for a very, very reasonable price. So that's getting started. Layout, style of the control bar. Next is insert elements. Now if you look on this page, and this is the main navigation page here, everywhere my mouse hovers over, you're going to see that rectangle box. That rectangle box represents an element. Every website on the internet has elements on that front page, and that's kind of what makes up the page, makes up the content of the page or anything that you have on there. Well, we made it a nice easy drag drop element right from the insert elements in the control bar. So what you see here are 6 different categories that the customer can go into, from basic to web services, social, product, media. There's 6 different areas that they can go to, and then add the separate elements. So what do I mean by add, or even the drag and drop? Now you see how I have welcome to 1&1 Internet Inc., and right below it is a little bit of content, but there really isn't any separation between them. So let's say we wanted to drag a horizontal line just to give it a little bit of separation. Well, here's the horizontal line right here. So what I do is left click on my mouse, or left click on the keyboard for, on your laptop, click on it and then just drag it over. And wherever you see this blue line, that is where you're able to drop it. If you come into the sidebar, you're able to drop it over here as well. So as long as you keep holding with when you left click, you're able to drop this wherever you wish. Wherever this blue box appears, you're able to drop it. So let go, and what you're going to see is that line appear right between it. So it's just a little bit of separation, and that's what we mean by a drag and drop editor. So right here, this is a text box. So in insert elements, that's the text box right here. If you drag that right into this area, you have the freedom of placing words and content right into the text box. If I wanted an image associated with it, I can drag that right in, and that will have an image plus the text on top of it. So as you probably are getting what's available here. A table just separates into different rows and columns. That's all a table is if you insert that. Team introduction is kind of like an online business card. Contact information, again, is kind of like an online business card. And then business hours, very easy to fill out, and all the business hours will be there. The widget right here, again, if someone asks for something that you don't see on the My Website Builder, there's a high probability we can get it, and this is what this widget or HTML that you can drag into this is the way you can get certain things onto a website. As long as, really in the geek of geek worlds, when you're coming to building websites, getting a script or any type of HTML code and placing it in there, most likely we can add it. So when you come up against the objection, can your website do this? I don't know, or yes, I've seen it, get on the phone with my website designers. They're the ones that are going to be able to help you with that. As far as multimedia is concerned, adding an image, you just drag this in, drop, browse your computer, hit save, and it adds the image right to it. Let's see. If you wanted a photo gallery, you drag that right in. You can add multiple pictures. I've done it where I was able to add 25 pictures all at once into a photo gallery that really just plays each picture, or places them side to side. Flash Movie, Video Maker, you can take multiple pictures, throw it right into the Video Maker, and then have music playing in the background and everything moving in particular ways. Products and documents, document viewer, you can drag that in and you can see a document right on your website, and then you're one click away from it expanding to the full size of your screen. Sell products, if you want to drag right into sell some products online. Interactive brochure, file downloader, products and services, comments, kind of like a blog if you drug that right into the bottom of the screen, and then a newsletter sign up tool, kind of starting to collect some of the customer information for email marketing. The good part about that is it's opted in email marketing, where when someone places their information in, they also have to take an action step saying, yes, you're allowed to send emails to me. File downloader is exactly what it is. You can load a file right on there, and one click the customer can download a file. Contact and communications, so you can drag a form right into this and ask specific questions on the form so you can collect some information about your customers. There's an appointment booking, say you're a dentist or a chiropractor and you wanted people just to book online with you. They can click that, you'll get an email with someone requesting a time slot with you. Say you had a 1 hour consultation with somebody, they can block a whole hour on a specific day and you get an email of it, and then you okay it from that email or not. Calendar of events, online survey, a blog. They can drag a blog right into this, and blogging is great for making your website from a static to a dynamic website. And the difference between the two, a static website is kind of what you see with a business. It stays put. So once you put the website together, it stays the way it is. To make it dynamic is with the blog, and a blog is nothing but a weblog of things that are happening in your business, things that are happening with your organization, things that are happening with whatever you're doing online. So very easy just to drag that in and add blog posts and really make your website a little bit more dynamic. And then again with the comments. Social media, so social bookmarking, you can drag that right in there. Social network bar, that's if you want to connect specifically to, say, Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram, all of the social networks that are out there. You can have your one click away from connecting with them, and you pretty much predict what you want on there. And then the web services, if you wanted to have the local weather, visitor counter, the news RSS feeds, and again with the widget HTML editor. Now on a majority of the pages that I've been going through, you've seen my apps here. And over here you also see add web apps. So when you add a web app, it appears right down here. So any web apps that were included will appear right below, depending on whether it's products or services, contact and communications, if I just want to Google Maps in there, an option to Skype, social networks if I wanted to put each one of the social networks in there. So the cool part about these apps is they're already built in. You don't have to worry about hard coding anything in, or the customer doesn't have to worry about hard coding anything in. It's as simple as drag, drop, and just satisfy the fields. So what I mean by that is if I wanted a YouTube video in here, I drag the YouTube app, I release it, and then all I need is the URL of the YouTube video. Place it right in here, hit save, and that will appear right on my website. It's very easy to add a YouTube video. So that's where the apps will appear in the insert elements. So getting started, layout, style, insert elements, and now with the web apps. Now there are multiple web apps that are available online right now. Now a lot of them we have already built in, that we have a ton of customers already using this, and most of those customers requesting certain apps, and what we did was just make them available for everybody. So you can go based off, say, just a start, or your recommendations based off your industry, any of the new apps that we just added, top rated apps, all the apps, anything that was recently added. Now if you look at all of the apps, we can scroll down the page and all of these apps are included in the My Website Builder. So they are truly just a few clicks away from having it on there. And if you wanted to add, you just click add and it will add it right in. There's 4 squares, you take 4 squares, you drag it right in, it's on your website. All you got to do is start filling out the fields of where it's located, have it centered, and you're set and ready to go. So that's pretty much how you add, oops, that's pretty much how you add any of the apps to it. There are multiple apps for the most part when it comes to using this website builder as a recommendation to a small business to really help their online business. You don't really need to know how many apps or what apps are available. You just need to know that they're there. They're easy to get to, they're easy to add, and if there's any app that they're looking for that they may not have, speak to our guys, speak to our 1-800 guys, our site support or customer care. They're going to be able to help them out and help them, get the apps that they're looking for. All right, so we went over get started, layout, style, insert elements, now add apps. Let's take a look at the settings for a moment. Okay, so if we take a look at the settings, we have different website settings here, security settings, tools, and then the industry that you're currently in. Now, if I just got this website and I put a domain on it, but I don't want anybody coming to the website, I can easily put it in maintenance mode. And what this will do is shut down the whole website from any outsider looking at what you're doing on your website, and then give you the login option to get right in. And to show you what that looks like, right here, website is online. You can come over here and click this and then start maintenance mode. And what you're going to see in maintenance mode is this will appear at the top, but more importantly, when we look at the page view, I'll open it up in a new tab, it'll say coming soon, page is under construction. So it's basically giving that image, and then you can just come in here and edit. There'll be a login button. They can click the login, put in their password, and get right into their site. Likewise, you can go right back to the settings, come right back to maintenance mode, stop maintenance mode. You'll see this disappear. Then come back right here, right onto the website, hit refresh, and it will allow me right into the website. So you see how that works. Domain name. So during the sign up process, if the customer is unsure the domain name that they wish to have with their website, you don't need to choose it right then and there. It can sit on a subdomain, and a subdomain is similar to this right here, that S466. Right now we're at S500 something. It'll sit on a website similar to this or identical to this, will be initial website, until they choose a domain name, and right here is where they can click and go and choose their domain name. Edit header options. Let's say they have another analytic tool that they wish, or anything else in the header of their website. They can place that information right here, and it will appear on every header of the web page. Now, this normally is not what you will see on your website. It's normally what a search engine will see, or normally what's on the background of what's there. But there are header options that you can put in there. Say I wanted Google Analytics on my website, kind of to see how many visitors I'm receiving to my website. I can put the code in here, and then at the bottom hit save, and now I have that code in every page of my website. So the favicon, edit the favicon right here is where you can browse and upload an image, and the favicon is this thing right here. You see how that's a little earth there? I can have my own image there. Let's say I have my own logo and I wanted my own logo there. That's where they would enter that right here. Any copyrighted information. So at 1&1 Internet Inc., where you see that is right down at the bottom in the footer is this information right here. So if they wanted to add more information here, they could by simply placing in anything that they want to have. We can put, let's say, welcome to my site. If I hit save, what you're going to see is, oops, I would have to hit refresh. Welcome to my site. So you see how that happens right there. So that's where they can edit anything in that section, and then to make the website mobile, you hit yes, activate for optimization for smartphones, or no, keep it as is. Down here is the security. You can password protect the entire website. So if you really only want like internal people coming to this website, you can password protect it. If you wanted to password protect any particular page, or you wanted to hide the login link that I mentioned earlier. Password protect any page if you wanted only if you had an internal organization, or just look at, let's say, a photographer who does weddings. You can have a page protected just for the bride and groom to see all of their pictures from their wedding. So that's why, one of the reasons why you wouldn't want to password protect the page. All right, the tools, the email, to set up an email, you get 200 emails with this. So if you want info at whatever your domain name.com, or products at whatever your domain name.com, that's where you would set that up. Send a newsletter, or tell a friend. They can add the tell a friend, and if one of their friends come in, they can actually get paid some money for referring people to this one-on-one website builder. So again, getting started, layout, style, insert elements, add web apps. Now you went through settings. Here's the search engine optimization information. So the display. So right here, this page title, whenever you go to Google and you Google something, whatever you see in blue after you Google something, that's the page title right here. And whatever words are right below it that describes why that is there, that's the page description. So you have full control over the words that are going to appear there when Google comes in and indexes your site. And then the meta tags in itself would be kind of like a keyword for that particular page. Google pretty much comes in and looks at the meta tag information, and as you can see, where you would see this right here is this right up here. You see home-one-in-one Internet Inc. So when you click on this, Internet Inc., one-on-one Internet Inc., that appears right there. So this is for the entire site. And then the home page, if I have nothing here, it'll just read home. If I put let's say my website. Okay, so when I hit save, right here where you see home, you're now going to see my website. So let me just show you how that happens. Hit save. Alright, so now it is live. So I come over here, I'm going to hit refresh, and what you're going to see is my website appear right here. My website. And see how it took the whole thing. So my website will appear here. Now when Google comes to this website, it's going to be indexed as my website. Now for the description. Now this was by default with a restaurant, serving cocktails and coffee and cake. It'll place that already in there. So this is what you will see right below the information that was there. So as you look, it's all going to be based off a restaurant, and kind of like a coffee shop, or a bar restaurant. So you can change any of this information. This is just in general. This is what you will see at the home page. This is all for search engine optimization. It's very good for drawing people into your business. We also have one-in-one SEO Spotlight. Now this is something that you can look into a little deeper, but without having a domain name, you can't start the SEO Spotlight process. It's really not going to go based off the subdomain. But what this does is help somebody understand how to optimize their website. It'll give them clues on how to set everything up correctly. So it's all based off what they want to learn when they want to learn it. But all the tools are here. All the necessary tools to get them found on the search engines are there for their own use. So that's the search engines. We scroll down. So now we went over get started, layout, style, insert elements, add web apps, settings, search engines, control panel. Now control panel takes them into the back end office of the website builder, and one-in-one has a very unique control panel, but it has really everything that they would need in one spot. So let's say I wanted to pick a domain. This is where I would manage domains. If I wanted to order a domain, this is where I can do that from. If I wanted to come over here, user settings, if I wanted to change my physical address, my password, how about the payment settings, contact preferences, support pin, all this information is in here. So whenever you're in the website, you can come into the control panel and take a look at what's here. They wanted to go edit their website, one-on-one social share, social page manager. These are the analytics. Now we come with my website product comes with its own analytics, but these analytics are very, very basic analytics that will just show how many visitors are coming into the website and various other things. It doesn't really get in deep. There's an additional service, kind of this Site Analytics Plus, that can really get heavy into what visitors are doing on their website or where are they coming from, but it's an additional price to have that part of the package. Communication, this is where webmail login, this is where manage the email users or create some of the email marketing tools. E-commerce solutions, this is where they just put SEO Spotlight, list local service, email marketing manager for sending out emails, and then any download helps and mobile apps and stuff. So this is just a back-end office. There's a couple different things that you can do here, but there is a back-end office. So again, we went over getting started, layout, style, insert elements, add web apps, settings, search engines, control panels, and then a little bit of help here. So this is video tutorials. When they click this question mark, video tutorials on changing the layout, the style, the header, editing content, navigation of the website, domains, how to choose their domains, images, and then search engine optimization, SEO. A guide that will guide them through how to use their website, and then some contact information here as well, so they can call somebody or start a live chat. So whenever they need help, and this is available 24/7, so whenever they're ready, we're ready for them. So again, we went through getting started, layout, styles, insert elements, add web apps, settings, search engine optimization, control, help, and then contact. That was the same contact that you saw over there, and then order more products. They can order more products from us. And then we have social media here as well. So when you click social media, on this demo site, it's going to be very difficult to add anything to social media, but the premise of what we have here is that if a business owner takes us up on our offer to get started with us, the worst case scenario, they will end up with a professional Facebook business page if they don't already have one. Right here is where you will build it. You click go and it will take you right into how to build a Facebook page, and it will do it for them. So they really just it'll ask a couple questions, they answer the questions, and it will take them a step-by-step guide at creating a Facebook page. So here it is right here. Didn't notice any page. Create your page, and what it does is connect with your local your local or what your Facebook page would be. So, and it would just sync everything together, and once it's created in Facebook, it's created. So they get a free Facebook page with doing business with you. So I'm not going to go through that editor in itself. It is a little tedious placing everything together, and since I don't have a domain attached to this, when they go through it, you can see it live. But over here is managing content, social share, where you can really post from one place and automatically have it placed onto Facebook and onto your Twitter account. And then local tips and tricks, and how to manage social media, how you can change some things and what you can do with social media. We have it all in here, so they can take a look at everything that is in here. And that's pretty much the website builder in itself. The only thing I didn't go over here is the header. So the header, this background image that you see here, you can add to the background image. They can have some stock photos, image library, patterns, upload your own images. You can also move the height if you wanted it a little larger, if you wanted it a little smaller. It's entirely up to the customer. You can zoom in, zoom out, move it vertically. The title, one-on-one internet right here, that's this. You can make that title larger if you want, smaller if you want, different color, different font. And then you can kind of move it around here as well. If you want to move it up and down, or you wanted to move this, in a different location, you can move it all over the place. A logo, if you wanted to add a logo, it's kind of just like you added an image. Browse, select your logo, and the logo will appear there. There's also a one-on-one logo service that we offer. And then shop, if they wanted to add a shopping cart, but we don't really have that feature any longer. It's just still there. And then the menu in itself right here, you can click any one of these menus tabs and it'll take you right to that page for editing. And then if you wanted to add pages, this is where you would add pages and under where you would want to add pages. So let's say about us, or let's say under reviews, I wanted to add a page. These are all the pages that are associated with this website, and this website really hasn't been touched since creation. So this is how many pages they will receive when they sign up with us in under 5 minutes. But let's say under reviews, now I can move this from side to side, and that's whether it will be placed on the menu bar right here or under one of the menus. Likewise, you can add a new page just by clicking this add button, and you can just highlight it and name it whatever you wish. And you can also hide that page so you're the only one that knows it's there, so it doesn't get indexed in Google or any of the other search engines, and you can hide it from public view, and unless you know it's there, no one else will see it. And then if you don't want that page, you just hit the trash can and delete the page. So that's how you manage the page structure. And some of these pages can be, some of these websites can be 200 pages long, and it's really just adding pages like that. So that's the website builder that we have almost in its full. And as you can see, when you play around with this a little bit and get comfortable and get knowing what this website builder has to offer, you truly do have a lot of power in your hands, and the business owner has a lot of power in their hands to do whatever they wish on their own website builder.